In a world you could understand, I didn't have to believe anything you wanted to say to me about a certain type of reality that I never really had to believe in, but other than the fact that you never had to believe, I really wanted to say something important today. Didn't have to worry about the fact that you weren't going to have to worry about whether or not I was cool enough to be able to say anything I wanted to say in a certain kind of way. But if I didn't want to say it in a terrible kind of way, I wanted to make sure that I could say it in a certain kind of way that everybody would want to worry about. So nobody ever had to worry about whether or not I wanted to say something in a certain kind of way and tell you that I was a certain kind of day of the week or something like that. I never had to understand what you thought my own understanding of reality was ever going to look like. And I never had to be there, and I never had to understand what my life was going to look like. Oh, man. My Superman throat today is really fucked up. I'll start over. Hello, this is Kal-El. You could understand maybe a situation about me that you didn't have to take seriously, but maybe you know. I'm Superman. Something you knew? Oh, maybe. Could you understand it? Doubtful. But your life wasn't going to be the same as my life. And we understood something completely different about our hearts and what it feels like to have them broken. And in real life, no one had to understand what that meant. But did you? Who told you I knew the situation better than you? Maybe you understood better than me. Sometimes God was here and there was nothing but there again before. And maybe there never was, but I always had to believe that sometimes things were happening. Okay, so don't worry about how many times you worry about how often you can worry about whether or not you were supposed to be there in the first place. But the idea that nobody ever had to understand about how important it was that you understand that I was never anyone that I didn't intend to be is only because the idea that you thought I couldn't say the idea a lot of times just to get it really catchy that people had ideas. I'm not even going to take credit for that when people start saying it all the time, but if people start saying it and they're annoying, maybe just start throwing it out more often when you talk to them. Just more the idea that I want to talk to you about it to see if they call you out on it first and just go, don't even like ideas anymore. You're right. No, not even a good comeback. Sorry. Not the guy anymore. Went away. I didn't have it the whole time. I'm actually not even sure how catchy this is right now. If it is catchy, guys. If it's catchy, guys, I kind of ran out of things to say before I even started this digression. This dissertation. This not a dissertation. It's a fuck. Everybody knows it's Superman, Superman coming back to save the world. Fuck. Superman, Superman, coming back to life. Who are you? Where did you want to become? Where did you want it to start out? Where did you want it to start out? Backwards, back in time, the first time, second time, last time, faster than I was talking before. That means it's better. Absolutely better. The whole time, way better? No. The second time was better, but I'll start out over back in the first time. Okay. Don't ever believe that anything you ever wanted to believe in was ever going to start out the way you wanted to understand whether a situation was going to be good or not. And whether or not you wanted to understand whether or not it was going to be understandable that you ever had to freak out about everything that was going on. And nobody ever had to understand whether or not I had to know about how ridiculous the entire situation was going to be. And nobody ever had to understand how pissed off I was going to be. If you guys didn't know that I was just going to kind of like make my voice go up and down a little bit for like a second. No, don't worry about it. Just please access something else entirely. It's not important. It's not like a giant wizard mind battle or anything. I'm just having like an intense panic attack right now about how much harder this got and how much more difficult it's going to be to really continue my life as You know, as Superman. Hey, gosh. Who are you talking to? There's no one even here, man. Yeah, you look like you were talking to somebody. That doesn't even make any sense that you're doing that. Why would I be not talking to the mic when you were talking to the microphone? Oh, I don't think you had to worry about that one. We're in a lot more trouble than you know about. Back in time, it was the Man of Steel, but they forgot his name, so now he's Man of... Who did you think you had to be to rap with the boy from the planet like me? The Daily, I mean. That's what I wanna say, but you could never have to 90s style rap this way. Unless, of course, you thought this course was gonna get so fast you never had to cough in a hat and never get your cold pills back 'cause someone named Cyclops wasn't supposed to not come over, bring the spirits that I needed just to smoke a little clover. But it wasn't all that hard just to find a little way, just to figure out how I could get that Marlboro truck away. I can smash into steel, I can track it in the film. Never actually smoked a Marlboro till the Superman 2 crew came back then, and let me have to know that while I killed the worstest evil, they'd be letting all my folks get my ass kicked around on their screen, sure in town, and they could never have to know about how long it wasn't gonna be before I left the world, and they could never have to find me. But if you thought that this old game was gonna play without my name, it is. I can be Charles Xavier, I could be Harry Potter, I could be some kid you never heard about, unless you thought that that'd make me sad, like you. But you never had to know whether or not I could rap, and you never had to know I couldn't have to try and spring your trap of kryptonite, unless you were evil and took a prisoner right in front of those kids, and they did scream, and you didn't know about my team, and who was Blade, and where'd he go, and how many vampires do you know? Did you find out he said it wrong? That's not the 90s rap pattern we got wrong. It is. Or we could never tell you how to let us in. But the world we're trying to track ain't gonna let you win. He can't know about the world, he can't sing it back in time, he can't let you know about what happens when you take the song and play it backwards, faster, more than over, back and overture again. Hi, did you know me? My name wasn't Man of Steel, that you could believe I wasn't that tall, and they were never gonna get that real, and all these faking comic books that they could get really pissed about when I would show up cute as fuck, and you would learn that I'd meant pout, but never had to try that hard when I could find my family free, and that they'd never know that Supergirl wanted Mary some. Oh damn, I messed the rhyme up at the end. Supergirl. This is a lot harder than I remember. Are we gonna be able to do this? Alright, well, I'm gonna go back and try to see if I can do that part again. Everybody knows it's better this way. What kind of place did you want to believe could bring back this old man of steel? Come on now, you don't believe that he was really here unless you never had to check yourself, or what did you think a calendar wasn't that for? And what did you even need about this world that we'd score with this kind of world with the hero in the skies? Come on, little bitches, we don't need this guy. This whole world ain't gonna collapse, and you are not gonna be that important, my friend. Come on, really? Duh. No matter how cool you thought your life was, I fly in a Superman suit. Doesn't matter how fast you thought I had to be. I can talk to literally anybody I want to. All day. That wasn't the end of the podcast. I get really bored sometimes. I just didn't know if I was going to keep talking, and I wanted to end it on a really cool note. But nobody had to understand whether I was there before, and this old rhyme that you could score again, but settle more and more for all that I was ever bored about, that these one worlds would know, and worlds in what we know about, and all the worlds before, and your own score and ours to settle. Taken back in time with rhymes, I could know about the timing that you'd taken once in mine. So never bring us back, never tell us more. Superman, you can't save no more. Haha. I'm not gonna fall for that. Double negatives cancel out. No, you can't battle this way. Oh yeah. I think I've ended this way. You never had to try just to tell us what you said. But I never had to lie just to say I got head. Why would you say that? You shouldn't have known. But guess you thought that you had to be alone and some loser downstairs in your old house, where you thought somehow that it wasn't going to be what? Kids listening to this? Well, it is. And that's what you just said. I don't know why you think it's not immoral for you to disqualify people from having heads. You're a fucking freak. If you guys didn't know, I can hear a lot of voices. No, not in my head. What are you talking about? Yes, in my head. What else was I gonna do? I have like a fucking second to keep talking. They didn't approve my YouTube account. This is really frustrating. I mean, they didn't, fuck. Damn it. I'm running out of seconds. They didn't, what the fuck is it called? Verify. Okay, if I could just keep doing these and I keep it relevant, are they going to be my friend and just let me do more longer than 15 minutes? That'd be cool. Over and out again. This time that you could know about a different sort of world that I could sing inside, and you wouldn't have to know that I was bringing all of what I said back in time, and I could bring all the rhythms back into some certain rhyme, but you could never have to worry about whether or not I was going to run out of time in the 20-second clock, and you could never have to worry about whether or not I ever had to cut the very end of what I said, because I never really had to worry about whether or not I was ever going to end up dead and run out of time to do these things. Hello, goodbye, I love you all, I'm Superman, bye. If you don't actually know what love means, you don't have to worry about whether or not I love you, do you? Oh.